the continuation of the Chapter 4 of Friendsim 2. We storm the castle and we end up meeting an unfortunate friend? Like and comment if you enjoy.
A moment of awkward silence hangs between the three of you. Her anger seems drained out of her, and neither you or Sarava seem to know what to say. Hello.
Sorry for the desk.
Nah, it's cool. It's not like you're wrong about me. Who the fuck am I to judge?
I did hit you with a wrench.
No worries. It's precipitation under the traversing planks. Truce?
Yeah, truce.
Sarava and Marcy shake on it, and it's a chilly agreement, but they'll take it. Mutual respect born from necessity is better than nothing, and right now it seems like all these two can give. Progress!
Hey, since we're friendly and all, we should celebrate.
Sarava produces the weirdest bug vape pen you remember from a cluttered corner of the computer desk. Oh shit, it might even be the same one.
Consider it a peace offering, if you're up for it.
What the hey? You wouldn't mind a little child assistance for as long as the daylight traps you down in this bunker, your game.
I think I'll pass.
Okay, but you might get kind of hotboxed. This room is, like, small and not well ventilated. Mal.
It's fine.
Cool. Let's get faded as hell.
Let's fucking toke up. Sarava starts by dimming the lights. They clean the mouthpiece with some paper towels from rubbing alcohol on the desk. Then they take a deep inhale without actually touching your lips to it. And injure the bug. You follow the lead. It doesn't even weird you out this time. Wait, you can just fucking do that without making contact with the thing? That's interesting. Fucking weed, bro. Fucking toke up. You hold in your chest for 1 heartbeat. 2, then let it drip back out in a cloudy spiral. Hey, I'm actually getting pretty good at this. Neato. In no time at all, your body is comfortable and distant. You soak in the colors and shapes and get nicely situated down on the bunker floor in a little nest of crumpled papers and cans. Your trash brethren surround you. You and your new garbage family have so much in common. Right now, Sarava's home feels nice and insulating, both from the heat of the outside and the chaos of alternating life. Even Marcy seems a bit relaxed. Her head leans back on the couch, her eyes closed. You just watch her breathe for a while, suddenly relieved and grateful that she's alive. You're high enough that the sentiment doesn't seem totally weird.
So, what's your story?
Me?
Yeah. You came all this way just to help somebody?
Not somebody. A gold blood. Named Follicle. She had void rot. They're probably shipping her out to be a heat sink for some carrier ship's supercomputer. I want to know what happened to her. Thought that if I was lucky enough to get a chance to help someone for once, I should take it. So here I am.
Damn. Sorry, I can't help. The rest of the data was locked down pretty tight. Best I can do is try to ask the rebels to get you a ride out of here.
It's fine. I'm just lucky not to be dead.
Yeah.
Did you, like, know her super well or something?
Not really.
Then what the hell are you doing, Lamel? You're risking your own hide after all.
Just worked out that way. Might as well try, now that I'm a fugitive.
Shit, there's the guilt, mercifully numbed by your lightheadedness.
What were you up to? Before you were a fugitive.
Attack pilot. I was due for the front lines by next sweep.
A dogfighter. Shit. I would have run too, Lamel.
I didn't run. I never even thought of running. Running would just mean that some other Rustblood would have to fly my ship.
Sarava passes you the pen again. You take a couple more deep breaths that pull you farther and farther away from the emotional immediacy of the conversation. The sadness is distant, like from an old memory. Don't toke too hard, MSP reader. You go down too deep and you'll never be able to reach back out for the times that matter.
You could now, though, right? Your friend was telling me about how they can get us out of here. You got a take on that?
Marcy looks to you. Your good vibes curdle a little under her focus. You've never really understood her at all.
You know who we kill out there, right? Aliens like you. Millions of them. For every dead Rustblood, there's probably 100 people that did nothing wrong besides exist in the Empire's way. Have you ever thought about that?
What? No. Weirdly. Wow, that's really, really sad.
I don't fight the Empire. Somebody else flies my ship. Sounds like the worst of both worlds.
All the best. Bad shit's gonna happen either way. At least in this plan, you're not fucking dead, Lamel.
Maybe.
Sounds like that's not enough for you, though.
I'm losing my train of thought.
I warned you, Lamel.
Why this? Why any of it?
You mean the streaming?
Yeah, I never understood the internet.
You sound like 500 sweeps old.
Rusty shrugs. Her question sits in the air unanswered.
I don't know. Something kind of magic about how even when everything in the world seems so broken, you can just log on and find some guy out there making the coolest shit you've ever seen in your life. I want to be a part of the few good things this world has to offer.
That's facts, Sarava. They are unfathomably based. 110%. I feel the exact same way. It's like, hey, I may just be one dude, but you know, sometimes you just have that feeling of you gotta go for it. If you don't, then you know, you won't make those few people happy. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I know this is like, I'm breaking apart this episode, whichever one it may be. This recording's going on for an hour. But I just want to let you know that I appreciate y'all. Honest. Even the fewest amount of you that end up watching, I'm glad that you watched. Even if it was only for like 3 minutes. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you cared enough to come in. Really. So thank you. Thank you all. Anyways, let's continue on.
Is that so wrong?
Liking something doesn't mean it helps anybody.
I know. But if we don't have things we like, what's the point?
Either I'm high, or you're suddenly very persuasive.
Why not both?
Why can't it be both?
I wrote the script, if you can believe it.
You should really let me clean in here.
Huh? No, I don't need you to, like, clean up after me. That feels kinda icky to me, Castaways.
Shut up. Don't make it weird.
Huh? 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 What? Wait a minute. Castaways sounds kind of like castaways. Islands, trash, left behind like snakeskin. This is all really important to you suddenly, though the details of your epiphany are a little hazy. Marcy stands up and finds, with some difficulty, some cleaning implements. She goes to the desk and starts inspecting the RGB keyboard.
Whoa, careful with Casper. He's delicate.
Relax. I won't break it. I know what a computer is.
She overturns a little avalanche of tiny crumbs and dust comes rattling out. A startling giggle erupts out of your throat while she starts picking up the litter off the desk and sweeping the surface.
Okay, this is getting weird, lol. You guys can have the couch for tonight. I'll sleep in the closet. Yell if you need me.
Sleeping in the closet? If you yell if you need me at a volume unknown to you, determined by your intoxicated mind, Marcy snorts and Sarava disappears into the room's second floor, leaving the two of you alone. You climb yourself up on the couch and bundle up for the day. Marcy stays awake, collecting your trash brothers into a bin. She wipes down walls and desks and takes apart electronics and displays to blow away the dust. The rustling of clutter and sweeping of floors is soothing. Before long, you fall deeply asleep, the sound of a resembling keycaps on the Casper's glyph board. Look at that! Sometime later, you wake up to a clean bunker. You have just enough time to take in how renewed the place feels where Sarava settles down with a fresh MRE on a milk crate in front of you, freshly reheated anyway.
Evening, little dude. About time you woke up, Mel.
You think Sarava with the food starts digging in. What time is it? You can't tell underground with no windows.
Just about evening now. Got in touch with the rebels yesterday, too. It'll be tough, but they think they can swing an escape mission our way in, like, half a perigee.
Oh my god, isn't that like wait, how long is a perigee? Is that half a year? Perigee? You probably have a clear idea of what that means by now. It sounds like a long time. Across the room, Marcy is helping herself to her own cup noodle. Christina cracks open an energy drink and gets a good head start on it before she finishes her mouthful and speaks.
I've thought about it, and I've made up my mind. I'm going to that tower.
Strava sputters comically, but managed to not get energy drink all over the newly cleaned floor. You also nearly choke on some rehydrated carrot-like mash.
Okay, I've been meaning to ask. Are you guys actually out of your minds?
Yeah, you already know.
You know who runs that place, right?
No.
Some stuck-up high blood who'd murder me without a second thought? It's all the same with the Empire.
Not just any stuck-up high blood.
Oh.
Ardata. She got hired to take over about the same time I moved in.
Ardata. Oh boy, so that's her home base, huh? Oh, Ardata. You know Ardata, she was one of the first friends you met when you landed here. As saying so, Marcy and Sarava look at you with the expressions bordering on fear, or at the very least severe concern. Sarava composes themselves in a moment, adjusting their stylish eye patch.
You really get around, huh?
You already know.
How'd you end up meeting someone like her, anyway?
Literally, we dropped out from a spaceship, and she just sort of appeared. You relate it's the story of becoming trapped in her murder dungeon for a while. Okay, trapped in her murder dungeon sounds bad, you're aware, and it was. You were not necessarily trying to say the two of you were best friends, even if she was attempting friendship at her highest capacity. Which is a little sad now you think about it. But you still think you can use this to your advantage. She knows you, maybe even likes you, so it's possible you could talk her down, distract her, while Marcy's in there doing whatever it is she's planning on doing. What is her plan anyway?
You said the rest of the data was too encrypted. But if I can get in and find a terminal with clearance, that's not a problem. I can find out where Follicle is and if she needs help.
Right, and you can provide backup if worse comes to worse.
Can't believe you're actually encouraging her, Lamel. This is the worst plan I've heard in my life.
Saying you won't help?
No, I'll help. I'm just saying it's dangerous. It can't only be a signal tower. Not with the amount of people they take in versus the people that come out. Part of my being down here is to know as much about her operations as possible. And while there's a lot I don't know, what I have seen, I don't want to see more of it. If you get what I'm saying.
Generally.
I get you. But I also don't care.
Damn. Fucking got him. Holy shit.
What you do is your own decision. I'm going. The alien can stay with you and wait for the rebels. And you can forget I was ever here and go back to your live streams.
Sounds kind of like you're judging me again.
I'm not. Honest. This is just something I have to do.
You stand up off the couch. No way you're letting her go in there alone. She can count you in. And Sarava, she can count on you too, right? After all, this is exactly what the rebellion is for. Helping trolls in need. It's the perfect opportunity to do some good. To prove that the rebellion can do some good. Sarava sits there for a long moment, their hands buried in their pockets. Finally, a long sigh leaves their husk, and the head tilted back against the chair.
If this gets me cold, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Same.
Come on.
They stand and make their way into the same closet they retired to sleep in. You, Marcy, follow. Sarava leads to a small room connected to the rest of the bunker. It's dark and cramped. Most of the floor space is eaten up by some sort of utility machinery. Looks like it would be really, really complicated to draw.
Okay, so here it is.
Okay, cool. So in other words, we ain't seeing shit. Cool. I'm glad that the general laziness has transferred over to the sequel.
Hope you got your tickets to the gun show.
Ooh. You're trying to decide if that... Oh, okay. You're trying to decide if that's funny when it's actual guns. Why are they so colorful? Okay, hold on. We got glance over like text. Hold on, let's read them. From right to left. Literally just a mop. Let's fucking go. The cup ramen, the M25 tactical noodles, type field ration, manufacturer Troll Marchand. Notes, comes in one of 7 ambiguously differentiated flavors. Tactical screwdriver, type field tool, stabbing implement, manufacturer Home Despot. Home Despot. Notes, good for driving screws and also stabbing. A can of matte spray paint. Maybe Sarava was planning to eventually paint over the garish colors of these... Oh wait, explosive pink, never mind. The exact opposite of that thing. Incendiary ammo. Look, you got a real bad track record with fire. Generally speaking, you're not touching this. Armor piercing ammo. armor. Fuck, I'm having a stroke. Ammo with a hardened core, designed to punch through even the thickest armor. It looks expired though. How the fuck does ammo expire? Was the gunfire? Does the composition just sort of rust away? Anti-personnel ammo. This looks like hollow point ammo designed to do extra damage to soft flesh things. Wait, you're a soft fleshy thing. Oh no. Well then we gotta take it. Well no, maybe we should take armor piercing since, you know, troll skin is generally harder. And we got ourselves the LP9 self-defense weapon, type laser pistol. Oh shit, the laser pistol. Manufacturer, you're not sure the marking is faded. Notes, for some reason it has the ability to overcharge the pistol, causing it to explode. Fuck it. You run out of bullets, you overcharge that bitch, and you throw it at your enemy. It's like a Teddycore gun from Borderlands. Yeah. The P-17 defense weapon, type kinetic. Manufacturer, Archaeology Arms. Notes, issued mainly to transport pilots for stealth defense. Uses kinetic caseless ammunition. Cool, cool. The IM-4... Oh! 413! It's the funny numbers! The IM-413 Advanced Tactical Rifle. Type modular. Manufacturer, Alternating Fleet. Advanced Projects. Notes, can be used in either as a sniper or an assault configuration. What the fuck? That's Widowmaker's thing! Wait a minute, that's just Widowmaker. That's just Widowmaker, bruh. The T-69 Tactical Sling. Type weapon actually, a previous trial we took an old belt, converted it to a sling and wrote T-69 on it in marker. Nice. The S-20 Skull Masher Shogun. The manufacturer, I don't know, some dude in a basement? No, it's amazing if this thing even works correctly. I'll take the Skull Smasher. The Skull Masher, please. Ah, the K-13 Corvette. Type SMG. Manufacturer Interplanar Industries. Notes, the rate of fire is exceeded only by tendency to overheat during prolonged use. Bro, I'd probably take the overcharged laser pistol. Anyways, I got super fucking distracted. What were we doing?
Come on, you expect the rebellion to set me up here totally unarmed? It's not enough to take on the whole empire, but it's enough to make myself a little bit of a nuisance if they finally do track me down.
That's not what you asked, but okay, take a look at the available arms.
You're giving us weapons.
Don't get me wrong, this probably won't help you to, like, survive, but if shit goes bad in there, maybe at least you can do some damage, you know?
If I'm unarmed, there's a chance I'll just be arrested. With these, I'll be killed for sure.
If it's Ardata, then that's seriously preferable.
That's facts.
Trust me, Mal.
I'm not disagreeing. I'll take the shotgun. Should be possible to hide it under my jacket.
Take the mop. Literally, you're like a fucking martial artist with that mop, no doubt.
As for the alien, do you have anything with absolutely no kick?
Damn. She said, we are weak as fuck. Marcy looks at you when you react with a puzzled, mildly offended expression.
Scrawny arms, remember?
Oh yeah, laser pistol.
I was just talking about the laser pistol. Let's go. We're gonna fucking overload that bitch and throw it at somebody. Hell yeah. Trava hands you a modest Technicolor gun with an organic shape along the underside of the barrel. It's about as heavy as a juice bottle and it resembles a lot of the strange Alternian biotech you've seen along your adventures.
Careful with that thing, it gets hot. You can rig it to explode if you misalign the capacitor, so like, make sure not to do that on accident. Mal.
It's dawning on you that you're actually going to be carrying a weapon. Are you supposed to fire this thing at a person? You're not sure you're cut out for it.
I'd actually prefer if you didn't. Ideally, I can get in and out without them noticing. I just want you to have the option in a complete emergency.
Exactly how are you planning to do that?
Say I'm here for repairs, or sneak in through a side entrance. Nobody cares about one Brust Blood on their own as long as you keep your head down.
Trava shakes their head.
No way. This isn't like the rest of the station. They have cameras everywhere. And no Burgundy is gonna get in except for... Wait. I might have an idea, actually.
Now that you're armed and dangerous, or in your case armed and shaking like a small dog, you're starting to wonder if this is really a good idea. Sarava warned you that Marcy might not be in her best state of mind. Maybe you shouldn't have been so quick to support such a dangerous plan. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Always love to cause some chaos. Do a little... While you're thinking it over, Sarava sits down at their desk and types a few messages into a program you don't recognize. Moments later, they get a reply. This goes back and forth for a while, long enough that Marcy leans herself against the wall to wait. Hold on, I see that number 6 down there, and I gotta go for it. Alright, done and dusted. Let's continue on. In about half an hour, something prints out on one of the machines tucked into... God damn it! Fuck it, what is it? Malik. Okay, cool. Something prints out one of the machines tucked into Sarava's desk. They take it out and turn around and hand it to her.
Okay, I got you this. Welcome to the 23rd Core Processor Unit. Got a little supply cart in the closet you can hide the alien in. This should be enough to get you in the front doors. No promises about anything after.
You're not endangering yourself, are you? Or your friends? The rebellion? Whoever got this for me?
These are dangerous times. We're risking our lives just by existing. But even you walked in here and put me and my operation to shame, you know? Pointed out how I'm just waiting down here for the end, without even getting a chance to pay the Empire back for what they've done. So this is like, literally the least I could do.
That's not true at all. I'm willing to do this alone.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have worked. I'm still 100% convinced you're dying there, Lamau. But I can't just let you go in with nothing. So take the ID already.
Marcy concedes, clipping the ID card to the front of her coat. There's a sense of finality to it that makes you realize this is all definitely happening. For everyone's sake, you hope Ardata remembers you as fondly as possible. You hope your own memories aren't too warped by Doc Scratch's narratively induced friend lust to be useful. You hope you'll know what to say to her when the time comes, if the time comes. And with that, I'm gonna save, because I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I want to save over that or that. I'm sure it doesn't matter. Do it like this. Sure. Infiltrating the tower. You're doing a lot of hoping, insemination, but you have to. If Marcy's not willing to turn back, then how can you? It's for Folcul's sake, too. In a way, this is your own chance for redemption.
If I'm going to do this, I should probably go as soon as possible. Is there any way to get closer to the base?
Yeah, sure. Follow me again.
Sarava leads you through a narrow access shaft branching off the utilities closet, the little supply cart in tow. For now, it carries the weapons out of sight. You, Sarava, and Marcy have to press along the wall to the wall on the line to make your way down the corridor alongside what you guessed are water pipes or slime pipes, maybe. You know, alternatives love a good gelatinous slime. Soon you emerge at what you guess is the back door, heavily barricaded. Sarava takes a moment to unlock and remove the bars and boards, and pushes them open against the mound of shifting sands. Soon, multicolored moonlight washes in from above, right over their shoulders.
Okay, this is it. As far as I go.
Thanks. And goodbye, I guess. If I don't see you.
So long, morbid weirdo. And you, come here.
Holds out their arms. Oh, you get it. Without hesitation, bring yourself in for a surprisingly tight hug from such a guarded, on-brand individual. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! I fucking love Sarava so goddamn much. They're so fucking great! Fuck it, they're not just cool, they're great! Fuck, bro, that shit's wholesome as fuck.
I don't want to distract you, and I know I can't talk you out of it, but, like, you're one of the few people I know that I think are genuinely really chill, so it was nice to see you again. Please survive, or I'm gonna be, like, really depressed, Lamau.
I will make it my top priority to live. No shit. Well, no way you're gonna die now. You can't let them down, too. Sarava and Marcy's farewell is a little cooler, just a firm handshake. Still, you're proud of the two of them for coming this far, not just in friendship, but in general.
You ready?
Not exactly, but you tell her that you're the next best thing to ready. You're morally obliged.
Alright, let's go.
Let's rock. The stars shine down on to do if you approach the main entrance. You have a narrow visual hidden inside the cart. You're lucky this place is approachable by foot from any of the bases on the satellite. You don't know how you'd explain her getting here without a transport otherwise. Even with that advantage and the ID badge clipped to her jacket, you're nervous.
Hey, if something goes wrong, I want you to run. Around the perimeter of the building. They'll get a shot if you try to make it for the dunes, okay?
Before you can reply, the wheels of your little hidey cart make the transition from sand to shiny surface on the Imperial walkway. This is really happening. You slip a hand into the pocket of your hoodie, too nervous to even grip the handle of the laser pistol tucked within. You're close to the door now. There's some shuffling, but you can't tell what's happening. Marcy's voice comes out from above, out of view.
Rutisha Lefford, core processor. Scheduled cleanup.
Your heart nearly stops you in your chest while you wait. There's a few moments of perilous silence before absolutely nothing happens. The guards let you advance, and you and Marcy head into the base. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely Ardata's place, with all the fucking points and shit like that. This is it. You made it in. I'm in. You're still mentally confirming to yourself that you're not full of bullets or actually running from guards right now. When Marcy pulls the rolling cart from the side of the hall and slides its bin from the frame, you crawl out, laser pistol tucked into the pocket of your hoodie. This is probably some serious violation of gun safety, but then again, you're not sure how a laser pistol differs from a regular handgun anyway. Marcy takes out the shotgun and straps it to her back, hidden under her coat. As she does so, she looks up and down the hallways. You follow suit, but you don't see anybody.
Exactly. Why is it so empty in here? This place is huge. They have to have more staff than the 2 trolls outside.
Maybe it's some kind of troll holiday? They could all be out on break. Marcy gives you a look bordering on exhaustion and disgust.
Let's talk less. Starting now. We have a console to find.
Sure, but you're not entirely sure where to start looking. None of the doors are labeled, and they all look the same. The hallway. I've been going at this for almost an hour and a half. Give me a break. None of these doors are labeled, and they all look the same. The hallways curve disorientingly, so you can never tell exactly how far you've come since entering. A distinct feeling of being a rat in a trap slowly re-emerges in your belly. You manage to not say out loud that you have a bad feeling about this, even if you aren't that obvious. Guys, I have a bad feeling about this. But the hallways remain stunningly, bafflingly empty. Marcy stops by the next door and presses her ear to it for a moment. She taps on its control panel a few times to no avail.
Damn! Cover for me.
Yes, sure, okay. You hover hand the pistol in your pocket and watch the halls, managing not to shake apart completely while Marcy tries to gain access.
These panels are cheaply made. The wires rub up against the frame and corrode.
How does she know so much weird stuff anyway? You know what she said, but you think you need to make some small conversation or you might explode into nervous confetti.
How do you know so many people? What should I expect from this Ardata woman?
Wasn't she an officer on your base?
She's not my officer, just an officer. I've never seen her before. Clearly, she's in some weird division of the Empire if this is her building.
What to expect from her? Well, she's not everything she seems. Marcy bumps the edge of her fist against the security panel a few times, trying 2 or 3 different panels, places, and lines, and angles.
Oh yeah? How so?
It's hard to say. You do your best to describe her. Maybe unstable in a word?
That's great. Just what we need.
It's not all bad. Her whole sadistic high-blood shtick is a farce. She has no actual passion for it. Hey, who's to say that might not work in our favor? Maybe she won't be able to bring herself to care that we're here. She might even let us go.
I wouldn't bet on it. There. Got it.
The doors pop open, and you and Marcy quickly slip inside. But as you turn to walk into the room, you bump into her legs. Marcy has planted herself firmly by the entrance. Oh! You move around to see what stopped her and... Oh. Ooh! That's not good. Fucking yikes. Eek. This is... grim. You get what Sarava meant now. You try not to feel any fainter than you already do. You tell yourself you've definitely seen worse, and you have, but that isn't the help you were expecting. Marcy focuses you with a narrow, critical look, but she looks as drained as you feel.
This is your friend.
Not exactly. She wasn't Oh, well, yeah, she was like this before, but not as well funded, maybe. At least there's nobody trapped in the cages this time.
How do you make friends with someone like that?
I think MSP reader may just be a little thing called deranged. Well, it's more like you were hungry and she offered food and then trapped you in her house and had a sort of mental breakdown in front of you after a bunch of terrible stuff happened physically to your skeleton. As saying so, Marcy's expression shifts, but you still suspect she doesn't want to hear about it. She just turns away and starts looking for another door. Works for you, there's clearly no place to hang around. You help her start examining around in the room. Maybe there's some sort of adjacent processing block? You don't know what to think about the details too hard. Anywhere with a computer or console will do. After prodding around some of the more gruesome implements for a while, careful not to touch anything too bloody, do they never even clean their implements on this goddamn planet? One hinges off the wall strangely. A rough, heaving sound comes from the far wall as the hidden door swings open. You and Marcy look at it with suspicion, mostly. Good to be on the same page. This has danger written all over it.
Obviously. But there's no point in playing it safe now.
Let's rock. That seems possibly untrue.
Then stay out here and wait.
If you have an argument, there's no time to give it. She's headed into the room, and short of grabbing her, you doubt you can stop her. You reluctantly make your way inside. The adjacent room is a hollow concrete box with minimal furnishings. You have just enough time to recognize the terrible sinking feeling in your gut when the door slams shut behind you. Moments later, horrible, familiar, pealing laughter echoes around the room from speakers unseen. This is a trap. You've been set up!
Damn it! They knew we were coming.
A whirling noise comes from one of the wall panels beside you. Think fast! Ah! Close! Too close! Quick! Find a way out of here! Yikes! Another one! You used your precious seconds to scan the walls. There! A wall vent! Among Us! The two of you can escape that way. You turn to tell Marcy and the two of you race towards freedom. Huh! Made it! Barely. The two of you reach the wall. Marcy grabs the grate and yanks hard. To your surprise, the thing comes free.
Go! Now!
She's already lifted you up in the lifts in the vent before you can make any other decision. A horrible, sickening, wet sound comes from somewhere behind you. You're tempted to look, but there's no time. You finish dragging yourself into the vent, turning around as fast as you can to grab Marcy's hand and pull her up. To your relief, her hand clasps around your tiny wrist, and you heave her to safety with all of your meager might. You press to the edge so she can scoot past, gaining a much desired distance from the room with death traps. In doing so, she leaves a vivid maroon stripe behind her. Your breath eases up. Marcy flickers a lighter to life, illuminating the confined space you're now in with a soft yellowed glow. You look down to see if you can see how badly she's injured.
I'm okay. It's not that deep.
You don't see any major injury, that there's blood oozing from an irregular tear in the skin, and you're not sure you believe her. She must have gotten clipped by one of the traps before after all.
My bag. The gauze.
Right, your brain starts to work again, and you help it out for a while, while she sheds her jacket. She wets some of the antiseptic and cleanly cares the wound.
Fuck!
Will she be okay? Has she had anything vital?
I'm fine. I can stitch it up in a minute. I just need...
She trails off, her gaze flowing into the distance. The adrenaline shock is starting to fade from your mind, and you can think clearly rushing to take their places. Anger? Yes, actually, you're angry. What the hell is she thinking?
What?
You get this for Focal. You want to help too, but that doesn't mean she gets to be stupid. She can't just take dumb risks like that. She's been throwing herself at every danger, pushing herself to limits. Why? Why is she acting like it doesn't matter what happens to her?
Stop telling me what to do!
Her eyes are red, her voice loud enough to ring in your tiny metal resting place, but you don't feel in danger, not from this poor troll heaving for breath in front of you. The pain is making her sweat, and that's when you see it. The scars from the other fights are close calls, just scattered along her arms and shoulders.
Every day is like this for me. I am such a hypocrite. I was living just like Sarava, doing what I liked, getting by, surviving. I know what I am. I know I don't have much time, but my time is all I have. Why can't I use it to help someone? Why can't I?
Her head is bowed, but teardrops stain the fabric over her lap. You don't speak. You think she needs a moment to compose herself. Wordlessly, she fishes back into the emergency bag for something painkillers. She chews two and falls with a little bit of water from her canteen. You wait until both of your breathing settles down. She seems to be more comfortable. You tell her she's wrong. She can help people, but she can't do it alone.
Who can I trust? Even the other Rustbloods. They have to look out for themselves. That's how it is. Maybe it would be easy to resist. If it wasn't a choice between life or death. I never blamed them, but it seems so impossible.
And yes, she tried anyway. You take her wrist in your little hand. It's that special. Too special to die in here. You're going to make sure she gets out no matter what.
Why are you here? But why does any of this even matter to you? It's not your problem. Not even your planet. Don't you have your own issues back home?
Back home? You guess she's right. As much as your memories from Earth are really of home. Things aren't always great there either. You get what she means about things feeling impossible. But here, on Alternia, it's different. You've been put here for narrative reasons. That alone makes it feels like you can make a difference. Subvert this callous and awful empire.
It only feels that way because you haven't lived in it every day of your life. But I guess I don't know what it's like where you're from either.
Her energy wanes. She's not dying, but she's in no state to move right now. She needs a while to recover and patch herself up. You decided you're going to find a way out, or get to the data yourself so you can come back and help her escape. You'll be as quick as you can, then come back to get her, you promise.
You don't have to do this. Any of it. You could leave and get yourself out of here.
You know that, but you've already made up your mind. Just stay and see this through. That's what friends do.
You're such a weirdo.
And you and Marcy form a clasping handshake, gripping each other's wrist. You leave her with the emergency bag, taking only your little pistol as you prepare your drink down further in the ventilation system. Let's rock. I'm gonna fucking save. That shit hit. Hit from the hot. Let's override this here. This is beautiful art, by the way. Very nice.
Wait. I might have to move. Once I can. I'll try to find you. Get back to the vents if you find anything.
Roger. You give her a little salute while she mimics weakly. It takes a lot to make yourself leave. Your heart pangs as you stay, not wanting to leave her wounded and by herself, but right now you're sitting ducks. The best thing you can do for her is to try to make sure this isn't all for nothing. With that in mind, you carry forward, using your palm husk as a flashlight. Pretty soon you can't even hear her breathing behind you. You climb through the vents for what feels like ages, climbing ladders and falling down more than a few sudden drops. It takes you a surprising time to find another exit, then it lands you back in a hallway identical to the first. You have no way of knowing what floor you're on, or where to go from here. As you're trying to decide your next move, footsteps approach behind you. You whirl around, considering the weapon in your pocket, but you can't bring yourself to ready the firearm. Before long, it's too late. The figure around the corner.
There you are. It looks like I finally found you.
Ardata. You back up a couple steps, your hands up, a swallow pulses down your throat.
Yes, it's been a long time. Do you remember? It's me, Ardata Carmia, your friend. Well,
It's me.
I'm waiting.
Hi.
Don't you have something to say? We haven't seen each other in sweeps and sweeps. Not since you left. I can't imagine what you must be thinking. Of course, that isn't a problem for me. I don't have to.
Oh no, that's right, she can...
Read mine.
Bro, fucking blue bloods and their mind reading ability.
So you do remember. What a relief to see your pitiful think pan hasn't completely buckled under all of the excitement. I was a little worried you might be brain dead. I've been expecting you. You might like to know your delay has been very disappointing to me. Come along. We have so much to discuss.
She turns to walk down the hall. This is your chance, isn't it? Gotta follow her. Right, this was the plan. You occupy Ardata to buy Marcy some time. You will also emit a hint of caution and curiosity towards your non-lethal reception. Just a hint. You're not stupid. Just, well, let's not rule out the possibility of you being a little stupid. Just for honesty's sake, the point is that you plan to stay on your toes. You fall one step behind. I mean, the fact of the matter is, she can read your mind. So what the fuck are you gonna do with somebody who knows your next move? You have to literally be brain dead in order to beat her. Because that's like her whole thing, right? It's like, if you don't know what the next move you're gonna do, then she doesn't know. You fall step behind her, trying to clear your mind. This is your chance to do what you do best, whatever that is exactly. Time to find out. Ardata leads you to a dark, moody room, washed in distinctly on-brand cerulean light. It's a large space with a variety of equipment and personal effects. This seems like the heart of the operations. You try to smother the thought of it, but its surfaces. There are so many computers here. One of them is bound to have the clearance to view the past outgoing communications from the train satellite. You could just get to one. That's it. Mission accomplished. Ardata gracefully sets herself back down on one of the two chairs next to a small table, beckoning you to the other. At either seat, 2 covered plates and a set of cutlery wait. You're not particularly hungry. Perhaps your nerves are spoiling your appetite.
Go on. I won't bite.
You might.
Not you, anyway.
Right, it's just a nice brunch catch-up between old friends. Nothing to worry about. Sure, you believe that 100%. You sit down at your little seat, eyeing the table setting before you. Wary of staying inactive too long for her liking, you take the napkin and lay over your lap, remembering her fondness for table manners. A little smile crawls in the corner of her lip. Encouraged, but wary, you dare to reach over the cloche's decorative handle.
No! How dare you? You will not be lifting that platter dough! What kind of miserable wretch do you imagine yourself to be, to spit on my hospitality like that?
Ardata rings a small silver bell on the table.
Watson! Our guest has arrived!
Watson? An all-blood troll emerges from the door in the back of the room, dressed in slacks and a white shirt beneath a black vest. Watson wordlessly comes to your table, lifting the covers off of each plate. An aroma like freshly seared steak hits your nose. An appearance like freshly seared steak also hits your eyes. When you look at brunch, brings back memories. One of your memories of all time, for sure. Watson lays Ardata's napkin across her lap before bowing and excusing himself out the same door in the back of the room. You're waiting for the other saunter pod casting and drop when she takes up her fork or knife to eat. Only then do you think to do the same. You don't want to cause more offense you already have.
Of course not. That is so very like you to be so considerate.
Yes, of course. Consideration is your middle name. MS Paint Consideration Adventure Reader. It's a little joke you would make where you privy to that sort of extra textual intel.
Enough. I will inform you when our conversation requires your characteristic frivolity. How is your food? Are you enjoying it?
It's then you realize your arms moving on their own now, sawing the meat into manageable bites, lifting to your mouth. Even your chewing is automatic. It's disconcerting, to put it lightly. You realize now why she's allowed you to keep your gun. You guess it's no threat to her if you can't use your own arms to fire it, no matter the reason. With your mouth full, the best you can do to answer questions is to think it objectively. It's good food. Probably one of the better things you've had the fortune to eat in a while. If you'd had the choice, you might have eaten it anyway.
I am so glad. I remembered, of course, our first meeting. I want you to understand the impression you've made. That fateful meal changed the very direction of my life. Consider this an apology for all the unpleasantness, if you feel you require one.
That's a surprise. You guessed a good one. You're about a third through your steak now.
You must have so many questions. What has happened to your good friend Ardata in your absence? How she feels about being abandoned by you, her only friend. You must be wondering what nefarious plans I have in store, what vengeance I must be waiting to grow ripe before it is extracted like a little blood gut of an insatiable tick-thief. I will permit you to speak your inquiry. Go on.
True to her word, volition returns to your vocals, but you hesitate. What should you ask first? What items of utmost importance right now? Nefarious plan. Watson?
Yes, that is his name.
Just Watson?
Yes, his name is just Watson.
Just Watson.
Just Watson.
Just Watson.
Yes, just Watson. Are you satisfied? Are you really so simple as to be
Just Watson?
awed by the great Ardata maintaining a functional understanding of her acquaintances?
In a way that borders genuine. Yes, oddly, acquaintance? Does he, work here, or is this one of those less voluntary situations like before?
I see. You must take me for a bore. The heartless wiggler of your memories. I can hardly blame you, considering you vanished for ages.
Her grip on her fork is tight enough to shake. You shake a little too.
You haven't seen the progress I've made. In fact, I've barely even tortured him.
Wow. Progress towards what exactly? Okay, more laughter. Great, let's drop Watson's subject for now.
But enough. There must have been other things you wanted to ask.
How has she, been? A new look comes over her face. She looks wistful, or perhaps even tired.
Imagine it. Imagine the heartbreak of a young troll to make her very first friend, only for them to disappear. I wondered to myself, what had happened? Did you so regret meeting me? I
A little
hated
bit.
you more than you can ever.
I don't know. Most of the blue bloods that I come across that have the ability to, involuntarily power yourself through their means, control your body and shit. They're generally pretty,
But perhaps I have you to thank. For the first time in my life, my content was motivated. It was like I had a spark, that taste of something, the potential of it. It
motivation.
made me hungry. It made me cruel. Your replacement. To me, they all had your face. Your blood. Ah, yes, that face you're making right now. That's the face from my dream.
This is weird. I kind of don't want to be here, if you can believe it. This has been going on for almost an hour 50 minutes, and I'm waiting for it to end, and it just never ends. It keeps on going. Do I just take too long? I'm talking right now, so probably.
I got over it, of course. Realized how silly I was being.
Okay, good.
A high blood like myself, driven to obsession over the friendship of a single alien. How pathetic. How truly pathetic. Bitterness and desperation are hardly attractive. I learned this and many other things, clinging to my dreams of one day becoming someone's true friend. But do you know what is attractive? What no troll can bring themselves to resist?
What, like a fat ass? I don't know, like any other person on the planet?
Huh?
You don't want to guess either. The one guess you will make is that you won't have a choice. Her lips split into a generous grin.
A good story.
That was my second guess.
That's right. My brand reached new heights of sweet sadism in your bitter way. But it was the vulnerability that drew in the viewers, I believe. Everyone could see it now, the cracks in my heart. Everyone was watching with bated breath for the great Ardata to break. But I never did. In fact, they're still watching. Not just the Wiggler's planet side, but the highest seats in the Alternian military. They were so fond of my inspired content that, upon conscription, I was immediately promoted directly to head of the propaganda division.
That makes sense.
Yes, they were so impressed by my stylish bloodthirst and eye for the infliction of suffering. They even built me this shitty, hideous tower.
I have a feeling they just sort of stamped one out like they usually do, but...
So that I could run my show forever.
It sounds to me like they sent you on a random fucking meteorite so that you can do your fucking thing. They'll supply you with random fucks to let you torture, and they'll just send you on your way, you know, until you die.
Isn't it funny? After that one thing kept me going for so long, the fragile hope of leaving my horrific circumstances behind me, nothing has changed for me at all.
You know, you get a little older, you get a new dress up, and you get a new location, but it's all the same, innit?
Go on, laugh. You must see the hilarity in my situation. It's written plain as the fangs on my face.
Insert Schadenfreude taunt here. Face warps into a smile, and your chest heaves with laughter along with her until tears prickle the corner of your eyes. For every available reason, you feel pretty horrible. You're not being miserably with the regrets either tonight. You don't feel the need.
But enough. There must have been other things you wanted to ask.
Oh, totally. Nefarious plans. Let's go with that.
What I have planned for you. Oh, I think you will be delightfully surprised. Yes, I'm imagining the surprise on your face right now. It is quite delicious. I have waited for this moment for some time. Are you ready to be surprised?
Do you guess? You wouldn't be surprised.
Shush! You are ruining it. I forgive you.
What? You wait a little, then a little longer, then you figure that's probably too much waiting. So, what's the surprise?
How funny! You don't get it!
Her deranged cackling continues on for a few moments more. You begin to sweat beneath your hoodie while you wait for her laughter to die, and then the echoes as they bounce across the dramatic vaulted ceilings.
Nothing!
Von Karma?
My vengeance is nothing. I forgive you. There, you are all caught up. The time for your questions is now done. Now, I believe it is my turn.
Bet.
You've seen my tower, my new home, what I've made of myself. Tell me, after all this time, do you still want to be my friend?
That's crazy that we're just now reaching another impasse. I can feel it in my bones. Sure. As you're about to speak, your throat and jaw seize, silencing you. Ardata is fixing you with a sharp look that glows out of her 3 yellow eyes. It would be paralyzing even without the aid of her powers.
Don't lie to me.
She releases you. You sit stunned for a moment before you realize she's still waiting your answer. No. No, you can't bring yourself to look past what you saw today. You can't remain friends with someone like her. Ardata pauses for a long moment. Your gut tightens, your breath frozen in your chest.
Oh, please. None of that. Why would I be bothered? Who could possibly be insulted by a rejection from a creature as disgusting and pathetic as you? Then again, if not even you want me, then what does that say? Perhaps I'm the disgusting one.
I mean, I didn't want to say anything with that extra third eye in your fucking cheek, but, you know. Her eyes flicker towards you across a small table.
What do you think?
What do you think? Doesn't she know that already?
Go on. I want you to say it. Say I'm disgusting.
You open your mouth to refuse, but it does something else. You feel it form the words one after another. A smile dawns on your face, but at the same time your stomach drops. This is not going well.
There. Now, where are my manners? I haven't offered you a drink with dinner.
I reach into your cart beside the table and pulls out a wine bottle with 2 little silver goblets. She pours one for each of you and places yours on the top left of your plate. You reach for it. You think that it's you that reaches for it. You don't think it would be a good idea to refuse. The flavor is sharp as it hits your lips. You take a gulp and wait for a moment. 2 moments. Oh, you're fine. You're suddenly very tired and dizzy, and I got roofied. Alright. You collapse face first into the remainder of your steak. Cold feeling spraying through you. Ardata watched you dispassionately. Through your vision dims, you see her lift up her own goblet and take a drink. Oh, Well, that's fucking... Oh. That was a bad ending. Huh. Oh, that wasn't just roofie. That was a poison. Oh, damn. What's the fucking council gonna... Bro, it's almost been 2 fucking hours with this goddamn recording. I don't want to fucking hear the fucking peanut gallery. No offense to the creators, by the way, but I'm not feeling it. What do y'all want?